thy father have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. How many brothers you know in Islam, man? You know what I'm saying? They find that religion, and their dream is to go to Mecca, so-called holy city, to what? The view of cobblestone. The scriptures tell us we'll come here and we'll serve another nation, and we'll serve gods that our forefathers never served. Stone and wood, and that wood is that cross that all you're like rocking so much. You know what I'm saying? When really that cross is just a symbol of death, man. That was a Roman torture method, man. They used that to get rid of the people that was a pain to them, man. People that rebel against Rome, slaves that rebel against their masters in the Roman Empire, whatnot, they'll put you up on a cross, man. But yet you guys want to take that and try to say that it means something other than what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's that wood and that stone that the scripture's talking about. But y'all don't hear the Most High trying to reason with y'all, but y'all don't hear it though. Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt be an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, but the locust shall consume it. You know what I'm saying? A proverb and a byword. Like I said earlier, man. They call us the N-word, call us spear chunkers, you know what I'm saying? Horse monkey, you name it. And they got names for the Latinos as well, man. These are proverbs and bywords, man. Things that are labels they put on us that's, you know what I'm saying, with a negative connotation. That means something else other than what we are, man. We're princes of power with Yasharallah, man, Israel. No, you good? I'm not in your way. Yasharallah, it means prince of power, man. But they're calling you anything other than what you actually are. And that's scripture. And that's how we know the spirit bear witness with our spirit. Now, when it comes to the so-called white man, right? When it comes to the so-called white man, we know it because, again, the spirit bear witness, man. The spirit bear witness, right? Let's start with his birth. This is Genesis 25:25. Everybody has a biblical nationality, man, and they try to change it and hide who they are, man. But you can't hide from the Most High. You can't hide from the Most High. But your hubris makes you think that you can. You know what I'm saying? 25:25. And this is the birth of Esau, who is the so-called white man today, right? It says, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that, his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. So the reason they made it a thing to describe Esau, but they didn't describe his brother. They made it a thing to say he came out red and like a hairy garment. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he looked, it was not seen like that before. You know what I'm saying? He was. The first came out hairy. The first came out red all over like a hairy garment. You know what I'm saying? You see the so-called white man, when it gets like right now it's a little warm out here, you see them, they start, you know what I'm saying, turning a little red. When they get angry, they get red in the face because they're lacking melanin. You know what I'm saying? And it's giving you the description of that right now, right? But let's keep it going. There's more. Some people will hear that and be like, "Oh, you reaching?" So let's keep it going, right? This is Genesis 25:27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. More descriptions trying to let you know the difference between the brothers. Now, when you look at the so-called white man today, who likes taking their kids when they turn 13, like it's what they call it, a rite of passage to go hunting? So-called white people. Who be out there in the field? And when I say in the field, I'm talking about fucking skydiving, rock climbing, fucking skiing down slopes and all that shit. Fucking going in the jungle looking for animals to sit there. Look at it, matey. You know what I'm saying? It's so-called white man. He's a man of the field. He's out there. But Jacob, he's a man of the tent, chilling at the crib, just like we do now. Be at the crib, chilling, playing PlayStation, chilling with the homies, or chilling with your girl. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. But Esau is a man of the field. He be out there doing that wild shit, jumping out of airplanes, skydiving. You know what I'm saying? Hunting, stuffing bears and putting their head up, moose head up on the wall and whatnot. He's a man of the field. They even got a movie on Amazon Prime called Landman. But I believe it's Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. And they supposed to be like oil tycoon type motherfuckers. Go out there and dig for oil and shit. They call it Landman. It's in the name. They real slick with how they use words too. He know who he is. He's a man of the field. He like that weird shit. Every time somebody say something like that, like if brothers is all hanging, nothing but brothers hanging, be like, yeah, bro, shit. You know what I ain't never did? I ain't never fucking went mountain climbing or some shit like that. Guarantee you a brother amongst that group would look at it and be like, that's some white people shit. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? That's Esau. He a man of the field. And they're giving you the description of him, right? People would still hear that and be like, oh, you reaching. All right, let's keep it going. I'll bring out the part about him losing his birthright. 25:30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me. He was out in the field all day. He came back, his brother was cooking, right? And he was hungry and he told his brother, yo, let me get some of that. Feed me some of that. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Esau. The pottage was red, right? And he wanted some, symbolizing that it wasn't ready, like it wasn't fully cooked. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto his brother Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Who likes to eat raw shit? Matter of fact, that was one of the laws the Most High gave to Noah. And there was no Israel at this point. It was just Noah, his 3 boys, right? And he said, those are one of the things you can go back and read after Noah got off the ark and he made the altar unto the Most High. The Most High gave him some laws. These I like to call universal because there was no Israel at this point. And one of them was not to eat anything, you know what I'm saying, that got blood in it, raw shit. That's what Esau did. And I'm not making this up because I worked at Denny's. And I remember there was this crowd that would come in from the club. The club ends about 2:30, something like that. And this was in PA, this was in Philly. They'll come in. We have the little rush. And I can't make this up. Dude came in and there's this little peephole, right? So I could see him sitting at the counter and I could see the waitress. And I hear her ask him, he said he wanted T-bone steak with eggs and hash brown. She said, how you like your T-bone? I don't make this up, man. He said, just knock the chill off. That was the first time I heard that shit, and I'm a cook in that motherfucker. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And she was like, oh, just a few seconds on each side. I did exactly that. Threw that shit on the grill. Literally. Few seconds. I wouldn't even say 60 seconds on this side. Flipped it over. Made the eggs, put it on that joint. That shit looked like a crime scene, bro. But he ate it, and he loved it. He loved it. Edomites, man. And we're not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's giving you a description of who this person is. His characteristics is letting you know. Right? Let's keep it moving. Now, Genesis 27:38. Genesis 27:38. The clues are right here in the scripture, man. The scripture bear witness with his spirit. It lets you know who he is. People will argue this all day and say it ain't him, when the clues all point, just like the spirit bear witness with our spirit, the spirit bear witness with his, who he is according to the scriptures. 27:37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? This was after Rebekah and Jacob supplanted Isaac and got the blessing. A lot of people like to say, oh, that was deceitful, whatever. Listen, the mother was already told by the angel that Jacob, that the older would serve the younger. It was already told to her. And then on top of that, dude sold his birthright. You think you finna tell me, I'm like, yo, sell me your birthright. And then you finna say, all right, I swear I'll give you my birthright. Then when it's time to pay up, you be like, oh, no, I was just playing. Nah, we not getting down like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna take it. And that's what Jacob did. He took that because you gave it to him for raw meat. You know what I'm saying? Supplanted and took that. So now he's crying to his father, was like, yo, he went over there and his father's like, I've already blessed, your brother. Now he crying. And this is key. You need to, because there's a clue in there also to who he is. Right? 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heavens from above. Now, when I hear that, right, he said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. The fatness of the earth, in my mind, I interpret that as the natural resources. You know what I'm saying? The diamond, the oil, the gold, the rubber, all the resources, the fatness of the land itself. You know what I'm saying? Who has control over that, John? Is it not Esau?